except for people in relationship business, suffers from FOWOT. You know what FOWOT is? Fear of what others think. And I hate to burst your bubble. No one else is ever thinking about you, ever. Ever. Seriously. Because they are so obsessed with what you are thinking about them, they don't have time to think about you. So throw yourselves into this with great gusto, even though it's early, because it'll release endorphins. And even if you feel stupid doing it, this is a self-awareness assessment tool. The first one I'm going to share with you. Because self-awareness is one of the most, Harvard Business Review, you know, like, whoa, Harvard Business Review, says self-awareness is the #1 factor that leaders need. I think it's the #1 factor people need for life. So pay attention. Is this fun for you? Are you one of those people that says, ooh, score, this is good? Well, I'll show you this. I wasn't going to do it now, but I will. So have you all heard of the bell curve? Yeah, you know the bell curve. You know that if you've got more than 3 people, you've got a bell curve. They get split into separate groups. And normally what happens is that, you know, there's a successful group, there's the failures, and these are a huge bulk in the middle that are average. Well, I reckon grey bar goes into its own separate little unit, and here's a separate bell curve. And whatever this success curve part is, you guys are super successful. And then the average, your average, is way above normal average. And then the people who are in the F end, they're the ones, you still got F people, but they're not nearly as bad as those people. So as I go through this, listen up. So this is the end, the success end of the curve, where people are joyful. And nobody talks about joy that much. We talk about happiness a bit. But happiness is conditional. You know, I'll be happy when I've got a bigger car, a bigger house, more money, a bigger job, a different wife, a different husband, you know, that sort of thing. But joy is unconditional. You can have joy in a nanosecond, in a heartbeat. It's a sense of inner peace. Have any of you ever had a toddler? Well, some of you won't, I know, because you're too young. But if you've never had a toddler, well, let me tell you this story. So my sister has a couple of kids, and her little nephew is like my son. I adore this kid. And this used to irritate can I say crap? Anyway, irritate my sister to pieces. And she had a really long driveway. And I used to walk in the drive and go, yoo-hoo! And this little blonde bullet, my nephew Thomas, would come hurtling up the drive going, Manda, 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 like I was the sun. Have you ever had a 2-year-old do that to you? Lots of you nodding. If you haven't, rent one. Seriously, it's the best feeling on earth. It is without doubt the most joyous feeling you can have because someone loves you unconditionally. And that is the other big factor that's up this end. And we don't talk about love in business, really, do we? No, we don't love. But anyway, we're going to today. So these are the people who are full of gratitude. And remember, grey bar people, this is all on steroids. And, you know, just look at the start of today. There's more emotion and more caring than you can poke a stick at just with these 3 women this morning. It's so great to see you people really care for each other. And if you're new to the organisation, start caring a lot and pay attention to this because it's important. And then in this group, these are the people who are fully living, right? That says fully living. I haven't got time. Now, these are the average people. And these are the people who are obliged. They're resigned, you know, it's a job, I need a job, and they're existing. And this is your choice, remember, self-awareness, self-awareness. Now, this end. These are the people who are full of fear. They are absolutely terrified of everything, but they don't show it. It's on the inside. Every grown-up you meet is actually a terrified toddler walking around in a grown-up body. So remember that as we're doing the exercises together, because you've got a person who's got a grown-up outside, and inside there's a terrified little toddler, and I'll share with you what the core fears are that make that toddler terrified, that are embedded by the time we're 7. By us, by the way. So these are the people who make excuses, they blame, they complain. Yeah, well, why are we going to have all these way system, they're not working, are they? It was better the old way. They're stuck in the chrysalis, and they're loving the chrysalis. These are the people basically who suck. Now, this is also a self-assessment tool for self-awareness. But now, be honest with yourself. It's not going to make any difference to my life, but it could transform your life. Where do you truly sit on the curve? And to give you a hint, when I said on the count of 3, you're going to turn to the person next to you and you're going to give them a high five and say, you are a butterfly. The people up this end, they're going, oh, score, this is fun. This isn't a boring breakfast. I thought it could have been boring. Oh, yay, this is going to energize me no end. These people are going, oh, how long's she up there? And these people, this sucks. She sucks. Everything sucks. Now, this is a self-assessment tool. So if you're down this end, here's your choice. You can stay there in the black ooey gooey mess, or you can choose consciously to transform, because you're not really a sucking person. You don't really suck. You're actually stuck. And it's the T that makes the difference. And we'll come back to that in a second. So now you're ready, aren't you? You choose where you're going to be on the curve, because the people at this end of the curve, on the count of 3, are going to turn and go, high five with a lot of energy. They're going to say, you are a butterfly. Isn't this fun? And will I say, yes, I think I'll challenge you to say something else as well. Now notice how you react to this. You're also going to say, you are an astonishing being, B-E-I-N-G, of light. See? Look, these people are going, whoa, it's going to be cosmic as well. Awesome. These people are going, I think it's getting worse. These people, oh no, that's too far. I might have said butterfly, but I'm not going to say you're an astonishing being of light. Well, guess what? When the sperm hits the egg, there is a flash of light. We know this. This is a biological fact. There's a flash of light. Now, they call it a zinc something, but I like to think it's you coming in. And the truth is, you are born as light. Have you ever seen a baby come out and go, life sucks? That does not happen. Babies come out, and initially they cry and they poop and they do that sort of stuff. But as soon as they can smile, what do? Smile. I was walking down the airport thingy yesterday, and there was a baby in a pram, teeny weeny little baby that was old enough to open its eyes and smile. I walked past. Have you ever noticed babies actually make really strong eye contact? Have you ever noticed that? They look into your soul. And so I'm walking along, and you see this baby, and you can't help but smile at babies, and I get this huge toothy grin back. That's who you are. That's who you really are. So you are an astonishing being of light, and your mission, should you choose to accept it, is to go forth from today and shine that light on everyone. Now, for those of you who are sitting there at the suck end, just for a moment at the suck end, and thinking, oh, how can I get out of here? This is a secret to creating great relationships, and I'll show you how later. So, ready? On the count of 3, we're going to actually do it. So uncross your arms. Look enthusiastic, sit up straight. You're going to do a high five. You are a butterfly. You're an astonishing being of light. 1, 2, 3, go. High five. You are a butterfly. Awesome. Way to go, you guys. So come back. That was beautiful. Some of you did get, come back. Some of you did get very enthusiastic with it. You are a butterfly. Awesome. And next time, let's do it with love. Because at the end of the day, from today forwards, the person you have just looked at either side of you is going to become your official joy buddy. Yay! See, look, these people, they're going, awesome! I've always wondered, joy buddy, what a great idea. These people are going, ha ha ha, she's funny. These people, they're sitting there, I knew I should have sat somewhere else. Or I knew I should have stayed in bed. You know, a joy buddy, much as people mock all these things I talk about, they are actually accountability buddies and resilience buddies. And one of the things about people who are in the formerly known as sales world, but now known as relationship world, they have great energy to give, but they also need a lot of support and acknowledgement and recognition and kind of somebody cheering them on. Well, that's the person on either side of you. And your mission, should you choose to accept it, second one, is to stay in touch with your joy buddy at least once a month. Now, these people have already gone to the, wow, you know, that's a really good idea. I'm going to pick something different to do each month as a growth plan. Because half the people on the planet who are employed, they sit there and go, my leader is not growing me and developing me. I'm unsatisfied because I'm not growing. Whose job is it to get you growing? Yours. You're the one that's supposed to go to the leader and say, I would like to develop in this area. So now you got your joy buddy. And this person at this end, at the success end, at the joy love end, they're all going, yes, I'm going to use them as a personal growth development manager, as a mentor. I'm going to think of something I want to work on each month, and I'm going to improve 10% that month. And then the next month, I'm going to report back to my joy buddy how I did. And we'll discuss ideas, and they can give me new ways to think about things. That's what this end does. This end goes, yeah, that's probably a good idea. Yeah, that might work. Yeah, I might do that. These people, are you kidding? I haven't got time to scratch myself, let alone talk to somebody twice a month for half an hour. How am I going to fit that into my schedule? I can hardly breathe as it is. You're getting a gist of where you might be? And the truth is, we all scale up and down. Sometimes we're here, sometimes we're there, but people tend to be more often at one end or the other. Well, if you find yourself down this end, I'm going to share with you a joy switch later on. But really the secret to getting yourself from this end back to that end is to give yourself grace, to love yourself, because the single biggest thing the people down this end do is judge. And I've been on a personal mission. Like, I'm 71. I've been working on myself since I was 21. It's a slow learner. But just in the last 2 years, maybe 12 months, I've been working on not judging. Oh, do you know, it's horrifying once you start to pay attention to how much you judge. It's like every nanosecond. Humans are kind of wired for judging. But the third mission, should you choose to accept it, is to go from judging to love. So your choice in every moment is to say, I love you or I judge you. And when I say love, the people down this end, and maybe some in the average end, they're all going, oh, yeah, I'm not going to fall in love with them. Blah, blah. It's called caring. It's called you can love another human being without having to be in romantic love. But if you think in those concepts, I'm either judging or loving someone, then if you become conscious of it, it makes a huge difference in how you deal with everyone. So, on the count of 3, joy buddies, I feel like you're ready for it now. I want you to turn to your joy buddy on one side and then the other. Wait till I count to 3. And I want you to look deeply into their eyes, okay? Deeply into their eyes. Notice, where did you go? Self-awareness, self-awareness. And of course, 2/3 of the blokes in this room are going, oh, bloke, you don't look other blokes in the eye. Or I'm a woman, I don't look a bloke in the eye if I'm not married to him. Stop it. Stop it. In fact, on the count of 3, everybody look at their joy buddy and go, stop it. 1, 2, 3, go. Stop it. Stop it. Now, come on back. So, you know, it's just stuff that we've got embedded around fear. Why wouldn't you look another human being in the eyes? And why wouldn't you say to another human being, I love you? Because that's what you're going to do. Yes. So this is your first experience of doing it. And people, you know, think, oh, this is my nightmare from hell. But just remember, this is not all about you. The person on either side of you, one or both of them, may be someone who's come from a place where nobody's ever said that before and kind of meant it. And I don't do this very often. That shows you how special Grey Bar is, because you guys, I feel, can do it. You are capable. There are some audiences where that's it, no, not doing it. They will not connect heart to heart with someone else. And that's what we're doing. You know, there's an organization called the Institute of Heart Math, and they do all this engineering research on the body. The body is a giant bioelectric current. Every organ in your body generates its own electric current. Now, you guys, more than anyone, know what is generated around an electric current? A magnetic field. And the heart beats an electric current 60 times more powerful than any other organ in the body. Guess how far out from the body the magnetic field goes? 6 feet. Almost infinite. 6 feet. Think COVID, you know? Because what happens when it is infinite really, but when you're within 6 feet radius, or 6 feet, in their sphere, when you are within that 6 feet, everything in that person's heart affects you. So if you're sitting next to someone with an angry, hostile heart, that's why we said stop it. Because if they're angry about this, not only, anger and hostility, number one predictor of heart attack. So not only are they making themselves sick, but they're actually interfering with your brain waves. The studies show that someone with an angry, hostile heart resonates out that field and screws with your brain waves. So, with love in your hearts, on the count of 3, eyeball to eyeball. And don't go like this. Don't look at someone and go, oh, I love you. I love you. You're denying this person potentially of the most important, first time they've ever heard this in their lives. Ready? 1, limber up, keep breathing. 2, 3, I love you. I love you. You have to look at them though. You can't sit with your back to him. Ah, see, they hugged. Perfect. Come back, come back, come back, come back, come back. Look what it does in a room like this. Come back, come back. It connects you all so strongly that it's hard for you to pull your attention back. And this time, I'm going to get you to do something different, but no talking after it. Honestly, I haven't got time for us to get through the content. So as soon as you do it, look back at the front. And if your back is facing someone else, make sure you turn around and you face them front on, so your hearts are meeting each other. So this time, you're going to do the same thing, eyeball to eyeball, but you're going to say, I love you and I will never judge you. Oh, okay, no, wait, that's too much. I love you and I won't judge you. That's a bit more doable, okay? But the reason we're doing this is because it is so important to embed into you that you have a choice. And with self-awareness, you know whether you're loving or caring for somebody. You know, you're not going to walk up to a random stranger and go, I love you, but you can care for them. If you see somebody drop something, you know, I can't believe it, but I left my on-board bag at security the other day, yesterday. It was 20 minutes before I realized, wait, something's missing. So I'm either getting Alzheimer's or, it was just a chrysalis moment. It certainly was a chrysalis moment then. And if somebody had seen me walk away, it would have been great because the reason I didn't take it is I was busy saying to another woman, oh, wait, you've left your phone and something else. That's love. It doesn't have to be earth-shatteringly romantic. You just have to care for people and look out for each other. And you have this beautiful family with Grey Bar where you genuinely do care for each other. And the longer you stay, the more it becomes family, but you're already family, even if you're brand new. So, on the count of 3, I love you and I won't judge you. And then back to the front without talking. Ready? 1, 2, 3, go. I love you, but I won't judge you. Beautiful. Oh, see? It's hopeless. Come on back, come on back. Come back, come back. Just notice how when we do this, even if it's an instruction to not do it, you are so connected. Even if you're talking about how silly it is, you are so connected that you want to stay that way. That's the human condition. We want to stay connected. So what if we everybody.